if I can get that on this end. Testing. 1, 2, 1, 2. That's good. That's good. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and start. Okay, shalom to Israel. Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shai, brother, thumb to all the brothers. Yahweh Shema, Alakan, Hashem, Yahweh Shai, to all the sisters. We have the I.S.U.P.K, the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, presently under command in General YAHANNA. Since 1969, the I.S.U.P.K has been teaching. Shalom, Shalom, travel safely, sir. I'm going to give you a call. Since 1969, the I.S.U.P.K been teaching the truth of the Bible, and that truth includes the fact that so-called blacks, so-called Hispanics, and so-called Native Indians are the true Jews, the Israelites, the lost sheep of the house of Israel, God's chosen people, the future rulers of the planet Earth, right? According to the Bible, we didn't make this doctrine up. This doctrine was given to us as a blessing, right? So this is the doctrine of the truth. The I.S.U.P.K is not affiliated with any other Hebrew Israelite group, sect, or religion. I.S.U.P.K is the home of the truth, the origin of what is known as the Hebrew Israelite doctrine or the truth, right? If you're not in I.S.U.P.K under command of General YAHANNA, you're simply not in the truth. Understand? Okay, so shalom. I'm off of 1,000 Yanazar, and this morning we're going to do the Sabbath service here in beautiful Durham, North Carolina. All the Akim on the way to South Carolina for camp. I'll be holding it down, and just tune in, because like I always say about the Sabbath service, you know, it's holy, it's spiritual, and this is where you really learn about your culture, right? So we're going to get right into it. Which means turn and face the east. We're going to begin with the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. And if you could, you can repeat after me. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Hayah, Shemka, Yahweh, Malakwaka, Taba'ah, Ratazayaka, Hayah, Aisha, Ba'aratazah, Kawa, Hayah, Bashamayim, Natanlanawa, Lakum, Kal, Yawum, Wasalat Nawa, Kabawat Nawa, Kasalat Nawa, Kabawat Yanawa, Wala'ah, Tabia Ayanawa, Banasaya 1, Abor, Awashayanawa, Mayan, Ra, Laka, Amalakwit, Waha'ala, Wahapraparit, La'aywalumium, Amat. In the English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Yahweh, thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us today our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever. So be it. The prayer for the power, the hakak in Hebrew. Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahakashah, Nadanlanawa, Hakak, La Para'ah, Makala, Wakamanawa, Hakak, La Tahar, Ha Mazatarai, Hakak, La Hakwiyam, Hamatiam, Hakak, Alarakawa, Hatama'ala, La Darasham, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bara. In English, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the leper, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out in the name of Yahweh. Thank you. So be it. The prayer for the blessing in the Hebrew. Barakatah Yahweh, wa Yahweh Shai, wa Mayaka Allah, wa Alahainum, Matatabaya Ah, Alawap Yahanna, Alawapium, Asaranium, Akotazayanium, Akoyoyoyum, Wahakwatian, Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, the Wat Aman. In the English, bless you, Yahweh, and Yahweh Shai, and Michael, and the angels, Commanding General Yahanna, the generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, and the sisters, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai. Thank you. So be it. Psalm 121 in the Hebrew. I.S.U.P.K, Ayanya, Al-Haharium, Ma'ayan, Yaba'a, Izaria, Ma'aim, Yahweh, Aisha, Shemayim, Wa'arataza, Al-Yathan, Lamawat, Regamka, Al-Yanawam, Shamarka, Hana, La'a, Yanawam, Wala'a, Yayashan, Shawamar, Yasha Allah, Yahweh Shamarka, Yahweh Tazalka, Al-Yad, Yamyaka, Yawamam, Hashemash, La'a, Yakaka, Wayarak, Walayallah, Yahweh, Yashamarka, Makarai, Yashamar, Napashka, Yahweh, Yashamar, Taza'aka, Wa'aka, Mayata, I will. In English, I will lift up mine eyes into the hills, from which cometh my help. My help cometh from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. The Lord shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth and even forevermore. Now we're going to read Psalm 83 in the Hebrew. Psalm 83. Alahayim, Al-Davi Alaka, Al-Takarash, wa Al-Tashikwat, Al-Kayahana, Al-Yabiaka, Yahama, Yawun, Ra'ash, Al-Ainaka, Ya'ira Yamwa, Sawada, Wayata, Ya'aita Zawa, Al-Takamanyaka, Amarwa, Lakawa, Wanakakidum, Magoya, Wala'a, Yaskar, Sham, Yasha'ala, Iwada, Haya, Nawa Aitazawa, Laba, Yakhadwa, Aliyaka, Baraya, Yakarahwa, Aholia, Alawum, Wayashimai, Alayam, Mawa'aba, Wahabarium, Gabal, Wa'aimawan, Wa'aimalak, Palashak, and Yeshabia, Tazawar, Gam Ashawar, Nalawa, Atmum, Wa, Zerawa, Labana, Lawat, Salah, Aishalaham, Kamadin, Katsaya, Sarah, Kayabin, Banakol, Kwayas 1, Nashamadwa, Bayayan, Da'ara, Hayawa, Daman, La Arma, Shayatamwa, Nada, Yadmawa, Ka'arab, Wakazaba, Wakazabak, Wakatazal, Mana'ai, Messiah Kamwa, Ashar, Amarwa, Nayarishah, Lanawa, Na'awa, Alahayim, Alhaya, Shaitamwa, Kamoga, Kakwash, Lapanya, Ka'ash, Yaira, Yaira, Wakabahaba, Tarahat, Arayam, Khan, Taradakma, Masa Irika, Wabasa, Wapaka, Tabahalum, Mala'a, Panyahum, Parawan, Wayabakwashwa, Shimka, Yahwa, Yabashwa, Wayabaholwa, Ayaid, Wayakaparawa, Wayabadwa, Wayadayawa, Kayata, Shimka, Yahwa, Labaka, Ayawan, Al-Kalpa, Aratazar. In English, keep not thou silence, O Yahweh. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O Yahweh. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they are consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee, the tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites of Moab, and the Hagarenes, and Gebal, and Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines, with the inhabitants of Tyre. A sword also is joined with them. They have holpen the children of Lot. Salah, do unto them as unto the Midianites, at Sisera, at Jabin, at the brook of Kison, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Oreb and like Zeeb, yea, all their princes, as Zabah and as Dalmunna, who said, let us take to ourselves the houses of Yahweh in possession. O my power, make them like a wheel, as the stubble before the wind, as the fire burneth a wood, and as the flame setteth the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name. O Yahweh, let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high over all the earth. Sorry. Yeshab, which means to be seated. Okay. So we're going to get right into it. So today, we're going to go to the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 1, and we start at verse 9 in the Hebrew. Deuteronomy, chapter 1, and verse 9, right? If you want to follow along in the Hebrew, you see on the side of the verse, it says tools. You click on that, and the Assyrian Hebrew will come up. You can participate. You can learn the Hebrew and by pronouncing it. You understand? Just try your best at the pronunciation, because this is your natural tongue. This is your tongue, right? This is the tongue that the Bible was revealed in. It belongs to you. You understand? It is Lashawan Kodash, or the holy tongue, the holy language, the holy speaking. That's what it is, right? So this is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 1 and verse 9 in Hebrew. Wa amar akam ha'ayf ha'awa'a la amar al awakal la badya sha'af afakam. Verse 10. Yahweh Alahayakam Harabah Afakam Wahanakam Hayawum Kaka Wakabia. Kaka Wakabia is the word. Hashemayim Larab. Verse 11. Yahweh Alahaya Abawakam Yasap Aliyakam Kakam Alap Ainayam Wayabarak Afakam Ashar Dabar Lakam. Verse 12. Ayaka Asha Asha'a Laki Asha'a Labatya Tarakakam Wama Sha'akam Wara Yabakam. Verse 13. Habawa Lakam Anachiam Hakamayam Wana Banyam Waya the Ayam Lasha Batiakam Wa'a Wa'a Shayaman Bara Ashiakam. Verse 14. Wafa Ainawa Athia Wafa Amarwa Tabab Hadabar Ashar Dabarat La Aishawah. And verse 15. Wa Akwak Ak Ra'ashia Shabbatiakam Anashiam Kakam Mayam Wayada'ayam Wa'athan Atham Ra'ashiyam Aliakam Sharia Alapiam Washaria Ma'awat Washaria Kamashiam Rasharia Aishara Washatarium Lashabatiakam. This is the book. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 1 and verse 9 in English. And I spake unto you at this time, saying, I am not able to bear you myself alone. The Lord God, verse 10, the Lord God hath multiplied you, and behold, ye are this day as the stars of heaven for multitude. So Moses here is saying that this is too much for me. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of you niggas. I'm sorry. It's a lot of you brothers, right? And sisters, right? Verse 11. The Lord God, your fathers, make you 1,000 times so many more as he are and bless you as he has promised you. So even though it's a lot of you, he's praying that it becomes more of you 1,000 times multiplied, right? Verse 11. The Lord God of your fathers make you 1,000 times so many more as you are, and bless you as it's like I read that. Verse 12, how can I myself alone bear your burdens and your burden and your strife? Meaning, how can he alone judge all the matters and the problems of the people? You understand? So what develops out of necessity is the school of prophet. You understand? What's going to happen is Moses is going to train a certain amount of brothers, and they're going to train another amount of brothers. You understand? And that's how the school started. And I believe it's under Joshua, the school became known as the Nazarite rite, where the prophets were trained. You understand? Okay, so this is the beginning, and then when you get into Samuel, you'll see that Samuel, you understand, took the school to the prophet Samuel took the school to another level. And in Samuel, you'll see that all of the prophets were called the sons of prophets. But it's just like we're the sons of Commander General YAHANNA, right? You understand? Verse 13, take your wise men and understanding and known among your tribes, and I will make them rulers over you. So he's going to train the best men from each tribe and train them to teach the people the truth. The law is the truth, right? Verse 14, and he answered me and said, the thing which thou hast spoken is good for us to do. Verse 15, so I took the chief of your tribes, wise men, and known, and made them heads over you. Now, for all of you people that have a problem with rank and order, you understand, it was immediately instituted because Moses knew that you had to have it. And here it is, right? Verse 15. So I took the chief of your tribes, wise men, and known, and made them heads over you, captains over thousands, and captains over hundreds, and captains over 50, and captains over tens, and officers among your tribe. Because he knew that discipline is militant. Discipline, like is militancy. You understand? You can't have a military without discipline. You can't have a people without someone to teach them discipline. And this is what's established here, you understand, from the gate. So anybody that has a problem with captains and officers of 50 and 100, that's your problem. You understand? That's your problem. This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 1 and verse 16 in Hebrew. YAHANNA la amar shamai bunya akyakam washapatatham tazadak bayan ayash wabayan akyawa wabayan garaiwa garwa. Verse 17. La'a the Karya, no, the Karwa, Anyum, Baba Shapat, Kakwatum, Kagadol, Tasha Maya 1, La'a, Thago Warwa, Panya, Ayash, Kaya, Hamashapat, La, Awahayim, Hawa'a, Waha Dabar, Ashar, Yakwasha, Makam, the Quara Bawan, Alia, Washa Ma'aithiawa, verse, verse 18. Wa'atagawa aftakam ba'aith ha-hawa'a af kal hadabarium ashar the Aisha 1. Verse 19. Wana sa makarab wana lak af kal hamadabar haga do hagawan salakin haga the wall waha nawara'a ha hawa'a ashar ra'aya thumb the rock har ha amaria ka ashar tazawa Yahweh al hayanawa af nawa wanaka'a ai kodash bara baranai. Hold on a second. Just a second. don't know what's up. If you can hear me now, can you hear me now? It's coming through. Please let me know if you can hear me. It's coming through on my phone. Okay. Okay. All right. All right. All right. We back in business. Oh man, y'all missed some good stuff. My bad. My bad. Okay. I ran all my checks. Everything was sounding good. Okay. So we're going to get back to it, okay? And Salakia, please forgive me for that. You know, I thought that everything was going through. All the indicators here was telling me that everything was Tawab. So Salakia, okay? Tawada. Yeah, Tawada for letting me know. Right? So where we're at is we're going to start again. We're going to start from Deuteronomy chapter 1. We're going to start from verse 16 in the English, okay? Because you may have missed some stuff that I want to make sure that you understand, okay? So this is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 1 and verse 16 in English. And I charged your judges at that time, saying, hear the cause between your brethren and judge righteously between every man and his brother and the stranger that is within you. So what we was learning, I don't know how much you heard, but Moses was teaching, you know, the burden that he had was too much for him. So out of necessity, he began to teach other brothers to be officers. And I don't know if it said to be officers of 1,000, captains of 10,000, like the whole rank structure began here, right? With Moses, right? So then he's teaching people how to judge matters righteously. You understand? Which is something that is part of our culture. You understand what I'm saying? Because you would take it to the judge, as they were called at that time. Later on, they became prophets and priests, right? And you would take the matter to them, and they were supposed to judge righteously in the matter without respect of persons, right? Verse 17, ye shall not respect persons in judgment, but ye shall hear the small as well as the great. Ye shall not be afraid of the face of man, for the judgment is God's, and the cause that is too hard for you, bring it to me, and I will hear it. So I'm an officer of 1,000. If somebody comes to me with a matter and I can't handle the matter, I'm going to my camp leader. You understand? If he can't handle the matter, he'll go to Captain Nayata, right? If he can't handle the matter, he'll go to one of the generals. That's the rank and order, because our culture, once again, if you didn't hear me say it, is based on discipline. Our culture is militant for the brothers. Militant, right? And the sisters, meaning the sisters aren't soldiers, but they have to learn discipline as well. You understand what I'm saying? Because the sisters could, just like today, was sitting in those classrooms as well. You understand? Whether it was outside in a tent, under a tree, you understand it was brothers and sisters learning this. You know, it didn't say just teach the brothers, it says teach the children of Israel, right? Verse 18, and I commanded you at that time all the things which ye should do, meaning he taught everybody, you understand, the basic knowledge on how to deal with the people according to the law, right? Verse 19, and when we departed from Horeb, we went through all the great and terrible wilderness. So part of the journey was nice and part of the journey was hard, right? Which ye saw by the way of the mountain of the Amorites, as the Lord our God commanded us, and we came to Kadesh Barnea. Verse 20, and I said unto you, ye are come unto the mountain of the Amorites, which the Lord our God doth give unto us, right? Verse 21, Behold, the Lord thy God hath set thy land before thee. Go up and possess it. And the Lord thy God the Lord God of thy fathers has said unto thee, fear not, neither be discouraged. Because when we went into these lands, they wasn't vacant. There was people in there. There was civilizations there. There was cities. There was commerce. There was armies. So the Most High is preparing us to do the work that is necessary to acquire that land. Verse 22, and ye came near unto me, every one of you, and said, we will send men before us, and they shall search out the land and bring us word again by what way we must go, and into what cities we shall come. So, of course, we sent what today is known as recon. We would recon the areas and sometimes send spies into the areas to find out what we needed to do, to pass through or to fight, to go around or to confront, right? So this is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 1 and verse 23 in the Hebrew. Yatab ba'ayanaya hadabar wa akwak makam shanyam Ishar, Anashiam, Ayash, Akkad, La Shakat. Verse 24. Wapunwa, Waya Ilawa, Hahara, Waya Ba'awa, Id. Nakal, Ashakal, Waya Ragalowa, Waya Ragalowa, Atha, verse Salakia. Verse 25, Waya Kwakwa, Bayadum Maparia, Arataza, Waya Waradwa, Alyanawa, Waya Shabwa, Athnawa, Debar, Waya Amarawa, Tawaba, Aratazar, Ashar, Yahweh, Alahayanawa, Nathan, Lunwa. Verse 26. Wala'a abiathum la ilath watha marwa af paya Yahweh alahayakam. Verse 27. Watha ragnawa ba'alahayakam. Watha Amarawa, Bashana'ath, Yahweh Athnawa, Hawa Taza Ya'annawa, Ma'aratazar, Matazarium, Lathath, Athanwa, Bayad, Ha'amaria, Laha Shamai Yadnawa. And verse 28, Hana Anakanwa Alayam Akyanawa Hamaswa Af Laba Banwa La Amar Aim Gadawal Waram Mamanwa Ariam Gadalath Waba Tazawarath Bashamayam Wagam Banya Aniakuyam Anakuyam YAHANNA. Shum. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Verse 29. Wa amar alakam la'a fa'irat tazawan wala'a thaya ra'aywan maham. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 1 and verse 23 in English. And the saying pleased me well, and I took 12 men of you, one of a tribe. Verse 24, and they turned and went up into the mountain and came unto the valley of Eshcol and searched it out. So he sent 12 men, one from each tribe, as the recon, right? To spy out what's before the people as they move forward, right? So they came to a place called the Valley of Eshcol and searched it out, right? Verse 25, and they took the fruit of the land in their hands. It brought it down unto us and brought us word again and said, it is good land which the Lord our God doth give us. So when they went into the land, they found fruits. And so they brought some of the fruit back so the people could say, yo, this is what's in the land, right? Verse 26, notwithstanding, ye would not go up, but rebelled against the commandment of your Lord God. Meaning, you didn't want to go up. You didn't have faith in the Most High to go forward. You understand? You didn't have faith in the Most High to go up, to move forward. Verse 27. But of course, these are our people, and we know who our people are. Hey, yo, man, I don't know. We going into this strange land, man. I don't know, man. We got to be easy, man. Them people, we don't know them people. That's us, right? But Moses is telling you is that this was a lack of faith. You understand? Ye murmured in your tents and said, because the Lord hated us, he has brought us forth out of the land of Egypt, to deliver us into the hand of the Amorites to destroy us. No faith whatsoever. You understand? So what is the parallel today? The parallel today is us having faith in America instead of having faith in the Most High. Us having faith and fellowship with these heathens out here instead of building bridges and brotherhood and sisterhood among our own people. That's the parallel. You understand? We trust in Egypt when we should trust in the Lord. You understand? And quiet is kept, you better. I'm just being real with you. You better trust in the Lord. You understand what I'm saying? Because he put these men here for us to follow, for you to follow. You understand? And learn our way into righteousness, right? Everything written aforetime was written for our learning, that we, through patience and comfort of the scriptures, might have hope, right? Verse 28. Whither shall we go up? Our brethren have discouraged our heart, saying the people is greater and taller than we. So they ran into these tall Africans. They were tall. They used to call them the Watusis and all that. They are greater and taller than us. The cities are great and walled up to heaven. And moreover, we have seen the sons of the Anakims there. So, all in fake Israelitism or Israelitedom or Christian Israelitedom, you hear about the Anakims being these giants and all of this nonsense. They was just tall people. Just like you have in East Africa today, you have tribes that the average height is like 6'10". You got people 7 feet 8, 7 feet 6. I seen a woman about 7'4" over there. She tall like Wakanda. Wembanyama, the basketball player, a woman. But that's just the way the Most High made them. But when we saw them, You understand? We were afraid. You understand what I'm saying? Because we didn't have faith in the Lord. You understand? You hear about the Anakims and Nephilim and all of these. They were just people. The Most High divided the nations. Each nation had different characteristics, physically and spiritually. And the Most High didn't like these nations because they were in what was known as the Garden of Eden or the Holy Land, and they went buck wild over there, man. They was doing all kind of evil. And the Most High wanted us to clean them out. You understand? So this is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 1. I mean 29. It says, then I said unto you, dread not, neither be afraid of them. Don't be afraid of them, the Most High. We should never be afraid of a people. Never. We should never be afraid of a people. You understand what I'm saying? Meaning we should always stand up with each other and stand with each other against any people. And especially and particularly if we are obeying God. Salah. This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 1 and verse 30 in Hebrew. Yahweh Alahayakum, Ha Halaka Lapanyakum, Hawa'ah Yalakam Lakam Kakal Ashar Aisha Aftakam Bamatazarium La Ayanayakam. Verse 31. Waba Madabar Ashar La Ayath Ashar Nasha'aka Yahweh Alahayaka Ka Ashar Yasha'ah Ayash Ath Banwab Bakal Hadarak Ashar Halakatum Aid Ba'akam Aid Hamakwawum. Verse 32. Waba Dabar Hazah Ayanayakam Salakia Ayanakam Ma'a Mayanam Bayahawa Alahayakam. Verse 33. Verse 33. Ha Halak Lapanyakam Bararak Lathawar Lakam Makwawam Laka Nathakam Ba'ashar Layala Lara Athikam Bararaka Ashar Thalakwa Baha Waba Ainwa Yawamum. Verse 34. Waya Shemai Yahweh Ath Kwawal Dabariakum Waya Kwatazap Waya Shabai La Amar. Verse 35. Yara'ah Ayash Ba'anashium Hala Hadawar Harai Hazah Af Ha'aratazar Ha Tawaba. How good it is. Ashar Nasha Baya Aithia Latath Labathia come. Verse 36. Verse 36. Zawalathia Kalab Ban Yapana. Wait a minute. Yapana Hawa'a Ya Ra'anna Walawa Athan Ath, Ha'aratazah, Ashar, Darak, Baha, Walabanyawa, Ayun, Ashar, Mala'ah, Akaria, Yahweh. This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 1 and verse 30 in English. The Lord your God, which goeth before you, he shall fight for you, according to all that he did for you in Egypt before your eyes. So once again, have a little faith. You saw that the Most High didn't bring us out here to die. We're going to get the hook up. Just have to have some faith and some courage and be ready to fight. Verse 31, and in the wilderness, where thou hast seen how the Lord thy God bare thee, as a man doth bear his son, in all the way that ye went until ye came to this place. Meaning, you've seen how the Most High protected us everywhere we went. That's the bearing of us, carrying of us, caring for us like a man cares for his son. You understand? That's what he's saying. Until we came to this place. Verse 32. Yet in this thing ye did not believe the Lord your God. They murmuring in the tent, man. Because these are our people. These are blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Understand? And people start murmuring in the tents and, scaring the other brothers and sisters instead of exhorting them on and giving them courage and encourage them in faith. That's what we should have been doing. Verse 33, and we went in the way before you to search you out a place to pitch your tents in, and fire by night to show you by the way ye should go, and in a cloud by day. Meaning the Most High was guiding them for a certain amount of time with a chariot. And the chariot would protect them. You understand? And during the night, it would shoot down fire for light for them. And they would follow the chariot wherever the chariot went. And when the chariot stopped, that's where they would camp out at. So Moses is reminding them of this. You understand? Verse 34. And the Lord heard the voice of your words and was wroth and swear, saying. So the Most High heard all the murmuring in the tent. He heard you. He heard me. He heard us. You understand? Surely there shall not one of these men of this evil generation see that good land, which I swear to give unto your fathers. You see that? So now, for 40 years, we're going to walk around in circles until everybody of that generation dies. Only 2 people from that generation is going to enter into the Holy Land. The Most High know, like in I.S.U.P.K and the Commander General, we understand like the Most High is nobody to be playing with. Look at the condition of our people. We are God's chosen people. Look at us. You think the Most High is playing games? Look at your people. Look what they're doing to your fellow tribes. Look what they're doing to our Hispanic brothers and our West Indian brothers. Look what they're doing to us. And you think the Most High, didn't the Most High say this was going to happen to us? Yes or no? You damn Skippy, he did. This is how we know it's the truth. And so these people, the Most High did, like, we didn't see no chariots come down and kill these devils. We didn't see that. We didn't cross the river into a new land and a sea opened up and food fell from heaven. We didn't see none of that. They saw all of that and was still being niggas. That's the point. No more of that. No more. Like, we have to have faith in the Most High and proceed as such. This is the lesson that we're learning here. It's no different. We're the same people. We are destroyed. That's right, sis. We are definitely destroyed. However, The Most High said he was going to provide a little sanctuary, man, for us to come into. A sanctuary is a place you go in for safety. That's the I.S.U.P.K. Can't touch this, man. They can't touch this. You ever notice how confident Commander General YAHANNA is? You ever noticed? I notice it all the time. Why is he so confident? Because he lived this 40 plus years, man. Now seeing the prophecies that he was prophesying in the 90s and in the 80s and in the early 2000s coming to fruition because he had faith in the Lord. That's why he's so confident. That's why he's a great. I've never seen Commander General YAHANNA talk down to any brother. Never. I've never seen it. I'm sure if you ever had to go before him and you did some dumb shit, he's going to check you like a big dog. You understand? I'm sure that happened, but I've never seen him. He's been here in this very room. And the most humblest brother, man, that you ever going to meet, man. It's amazing. That's why he's such a great leader, man. We never in this captivity had a leader like him. Never. Look at our leaders. Look at General Hyman. Look at the generals that we got. Look at the captains that we got. And look at these other poop butt ass groups, man. Look at them. Look at the things that they're doing. Robbing women. Getting pegged. Teaching false doctrines. And what we're doing is just keep it moving. That's what Moses said. Y'all didn't believe. You should have kept it moving. So now they're going to walk in the wilderness for 40 years. Verse 36. Save Caleb, the son of Jephunneh, he shall see it, and to him will I give the land that he has trodden upon, and to his children, because he hath wholly followed the Lord. Meaning he had faith. That's Caleb. And the other brother that made it in there was Joshua, because he had faith too. But all of these people that doubted Moses and hesitated going forth, the Most High walked them till they died. He walked them around in circles in the wilderness for 40 years. They right on the cusp of entering into the land. They could smell it, literally. Some of them tasted the fruit of the land. This is for us to learn, man. You understand? We're not going to see the things that they saw. That's why the Most High did that to them. Because he showed them things that, no other generation had seen. Understand? When Christ returns, we're going to see things that even Moses and them didn't see. So you better get with the program and follow the law, statutes, and commandments of the Lord under Commander General YAHANNA and I.S.U.P.K. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 1 and verse 37 in Hebrew. Gum baya hafa anap Yahweh bagalol lakam la amar gum ata la'a taba'a shum. Yesterday I brought a word, reproach, like when a sister says that we're destroyed systematically. And the word reproach means to pile upon criticism, rejection, and blame to the point where it causes us to be ashamed of who we are and therefore hating our people. That's reproach. And we put an end to that shit, man. It ain't gonna, No more ashamed. Don't be ashamed of this truth, man. Be glad and grateful and proud that the Most High had mercy on us at this time. You understand? At the time of our calamity, where the murderer of us and the continual oppression of us is going to continue and it's going to grow. And we're going to need the strength of this to get through. That's what Moses was telling them. They didn't listen. We better listen. We better listen. We better listen. Verse 38. Yahushai, that's Joshua, Ban, the son of Nawan, Ha'imad Lapunyaka, he's a good servant. Hawa'ah, Yaba'ah, Shema, Athwa, Kazak, Kaya, Hawa'ah, Yana, Kalana, Af, Yasha Allah. 39. Wa Tabakam, Ashar, Amaratham, Labaz, Yahaya, Waba Nayakam, Ashar, La'ah, Yada'aiwa, Hawayam, na Hayawam, Tawab, Wa Ra'ai, Hama, Yaba'awa, Shema, Walaham, Athanna, Athanana, that's the word. Waham, Yarashwa. Verse 40. Wa'atham, Panya, Lakam, Wasa'aiwa, Hadabara, the rock, Yum, Sawap. Verse 41, Watha Ainawa, the Amarwa, Aliyah, Hata Anawa, La Yahawa, Ana Kanwa, Na'ala, Wana Lakamnawa, Kakal, Ashar, Tazawan, Yahweh, Alahayanawa, Watha Kagarwa, Ayash, Ath, Kalya, Malakamathwa, Watha Kayanawa, or Waya Kanwa, Wayatha Kanwa, La Ila, Ha Hara. Verse 42. Wayamar Yahweh Aliyah, Amar Lahum La'ah, the Aliwa, Ala'ah, Ala Kamwa, Kaya, Aya Nunya, Bakarabkam, Wala'ah, the Nagap, the Panya, Aya Bayakam. Verse 43. Wa Adabar Aliyakam Wala'ah Shama'aitham Watha Marwa Ah Paya Yahweh Watha Zadwa Watha Alwa Ha-hara. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 1 and verse 37 in English. Also, the Lord was angry with you for your sake, saying, thou also shalt not go in thither, meaning you ain't going in the land. So the parallel is the kingdom now. It ain't no land, but the same land. It ain't no land but the kingdom. The only goal is the kingdom. Don't let us not falter. You understand in this truth. Let us not fail. Let us keep the faith and keep it moving and obey God and pray for the destruction of this world. Pray for it. You know you hate it. You know. You see what it's doing to children. Christ said that whatever you've done to these little ones, you've done it unto me. I never forgot that. Verse 38, but Joshua, the son of Nun, which standeth before me, he shall go in thither. Encourage him, for he shall cause Israel to inherit it. You understand what I'm saying? Stand by this brother Joshua. Encourage him. Show faith in him. You understand? Verse 39, moreover, your little ones, which he said should be a prey, and your children, which in that day had no knowledge between good and evil, they shall go in thither, and unto them will I give it, and they shall possess it. Meaning, you didn't teach your kids right and wrong. You faltered. But they going in, and you're not. Your children is going in. Imagine, you understand, if the Most High cracks the sky with Christ, and the chariots come and they take your children and leave you. Imagine that. I'm scared of that. I am not joking. I'm not kidding. Man, imagine the chariots coming and leaving you, man. Dang. Let's be righteous, man. Let's follow this law. Let's be better to one another when we can. Let's have this brotherhood, you understand, and this sisterhood, the same thing. Because the Most High, when he comes for these heathens, yo, like, come on, yo. Verse 40, but as for you, turn you and take your journey into the wilderness by the way of the Red Sea. That's where you just came from, meaning go in circles. They're gonna travel around in circles for like 40 years. Verse 41. Then ye answered and said unto me, we have sinned against the Lord. We will go up and fight. Now they want to fight. Now they ready because they don't want to go around in circles for 40 years. According to all that the Lord our God commanded us. Don't that sound like us? Right? And when ye have girded on every man his weapon, to gird yourself is to dress yourself, prepare yourself. Of war, ye were ready to go up into the hill. Verse 42. And when the Lord said unto me, say unto them, go not up, neither fight, for I am not among you, lest ye be smitten before your enemies. Meaning, if the Most High didn't go, and this has happened several times in our history, where we went to fight against a nation which the Most High didn't tell us to. If the Most High doesn't give you the command to fight against a nation, don't fight. I'm trying to think of the name of the king who went against these Africans when he wasn't supposed to. I think the Africans was fighting the Assyrians, and he decided to go against the Africans or the Hamites. And it was a disaster because the Most High never told him to go out and fight. He took it upon himself. That's why you have priests and prophets. Verse 43. So I spake unto you, and ye would not hear, but rebelled against the commandment of the Lord, and went presumptuously up into the hill. That's what I'm talking about. They went up to fight a people that the Most High didn't want. They could have just kept it moving. And this, when the Most High say, yo, get these people, that's who you get. Salak. You know, if he say leave them people alone, like when we came to Moab, he told us don't fight with the Moabites. Go around them. When we went to the Edomites, he told us don't go fight the Edomites. You understand? Pass through their land. And they wouldn't let us pass through. Understand what I'm saying? That's another strike against them, right? This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 1, verse 44 in the Hebrew. Wayataza'ah ha'amarwa, Salakia ha'amaria, hayashab bahar, ha'hawa'ah, lakara'athakam, wayara dapwa, athakam ka'ashar, the Aishiana, Hadabarium, Waya Kathwa, Athakam, Basha Ayar, Aid, Harap Karama. Verse 45. Watha Shabwa, Watha Bakwa, Lapunya Yahweh, Wala'ah, Shema Yahweh, Ba Kwalakam, Wala'ah, Ha Azayan. Verse 46. Watha Shabwa, Bakwadash, Yamayam, Rabayam, Kayamayam, Ashar, Yashabatham. Verse 47. Oh, okay, so that was the end of that. Let's see. We started at 44. Hold on, bear with me a second. So now, hold on, I got to get it. Okay. So we went up to 46, right? From 44, that was 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we read 3 in chapter 1. Okay, so this is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 2 and verse 1. Wanapun, Wanasai, Hama Dabara, the rock, Yum, Sawap, Ka'ashar, Dabar, Yahweh, Aliyah, Wanasab, Ath, Har, Sha'ayar, Yamayam, Rabayam. Verse 2. Waya Amar, Yahweh al La Amar. Verse 3. Rab, Lakam, Sab, Af, Hahar, Hazah, Panwa, Lakam, Tazapanna. Verse 4. Wa'ath, Ha'aim, Tazawa, La Amar, Athum, Abarium, Baga, Bawal, Akyakam, Banya, Aishawa, Hayash Shabiam, Basha Ayar, Waya Yara'awa, Makam, Wana Shamarathum, Ma'ad. So now, we're going to go back. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 1 and verse 44 in English. And the Amorites, which dwelt in that mountain, came out against you and chased you as bees do. and destroyed you in Seir, even unto Hormah. Because they went up against these people that the Most High told them not to, they got their butt whipped. Right? Verse 45. And ye returned and wept before the Lord, but the Lord would not hearken to your voices, nor give ear to you. Like, all of these are great lessons. You understand? Verse 46. So ye abode in Kadesh many days, according unto the days that ye abode there. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 2, and Shalaki. What happened? Okay, here we go. Next. This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 2 and verse 1. Then we turned and took our journey into the wilderness by the way of the Red Sea, as the Lord spake unto us. And we compassed Mount Seir many days, meaning we went around Mount Seir where the Edomites were. Verse 2. And the Lord spake unto me, saying, verse 3, ye have compassed this mountain long enough. Turn you northward, right? Verse 4. And the command thou the people of Salaki, and command thou the people, saying, ye are to pass through the coast of your brethren, the children of Esau. This is why the Most High hates them, because every chance they had to do something good, because remember, whoever shall bless thee shall be blessed, and whoever shall curse thee shall be cursed. So here was an opportunity for the Edomites to be our brothers, and they would not. The children of Esau, which dwell in Seir, and they shall be afraid of you. Take ye good heed unto yourselves, therefore. So meaning when the Edomites saw us, they was afraid, right? So let me check something real quick. Salakia. Okay. So we on schedule. We got one more set. So this is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 2, and verse 5 in Hebrew. Al, the Thagag, Salakia, Thagarwa, Bakam Kaya La'a Athan Lakam, Ma'aratazum, Aid, Madarak, Cap, Ragal, Kaya, Yarasha, La Aishawa, Nathathia, Ath, Har, Ayar. Verse 6, Akal, the Shabarwa, Ma'atham, Bakasap, Wa'akalatham, Wagum, Mayum, the Karwa, Ma'atham, Bakasap, Washathiatham. Verse 7, Kaya Yahweh Alahayaka, Baraka, Bakal, Ma'aisha, Yadan, no, Yadak, Yadai, Lakathaka, Ath, Hamadabar, Hagadal, Hazah, Zaha, Arabayim, Shana, Yahweh Alahayaka, Imad, or Imak, La'ah, Hasarath. Verse 8, Wa Na'aibar, Ma'ath, Akianawa, Banya, Aishawa, Hayashabium, Ba'aishiyar, Madaraka, Ha'iraba, Ma'ayalath, Wa Ma'aitazayan, Gabar, Sa, Wanapun, Wanaibar, Darak, Madabar, Mawa'ab. Verse 9. Waya Amar, Yahweh Aliyah, Al, Tazar, Ath, Mawa'ab, Wa'al, Fagar, Bum, Malakama, Kaya, La'a, Athun, Laka, Ma Aratazawa, Ya Rasha, Kaya, Lab Naya, Lawab, Nathathia, Ath, Ar, Yarasha. Verse 10. Ha Amayam, Lapunyam, Yashabua, Bahar, Aim, Gadawol, Wa Rab, Warum, Ba, Salakia, Ka, Inaquium. I like that word. In verse 11. Wap, Salakia, Ra, Pa'ayam, Yakashabwa, Ap, Hum, Ba'inaquium, Waha, Ma'abiyam, Yakwara Lahum, Mayam. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 2 and verse 5 in English. Meddle not with them. You understand? For I will give you of their land, not so much as a footbreadth, because I give Mount Seir unto Esau for a possession. So don't mess with the Edomites. Go around them. Don't mess with them. Don't try to take none of their stuff. Just go around them, right? Because that's the land that the Most High had given them. But of course, they wasn't satisfied with their land. They wanted to take your land and everybody else's land. That's their problem, right? Verse 6, ye shall buy meat of them for money, that ye may eat, and ye shall also buy water of them for money, that you may drink. You understand? You're not going to take none of their stuff. You're going to buy it from them. You understand? Because that's righteousness. You understand what I'm saying? So once again, we see an instance where the Edomites can be righteous. All they have to do is deal rightly with people, right? But they don't know about that. Verse 7, for the Lord thy God hath blessed thee in all the works of thy hand. He knoweth thy walking through this great wilderness, these 40 years. The Lord thy God hath been with thee, and thou hast lacked nothing. So there was the 40 years. They were walking around for 40 years, but he made sure they ate. Had clothing, whatever they needed, they had it, right? Verse 8, and when we pass by from our brethren, the children of Esau, see, now at this point, Esau is up into the book of Deuteronomy, all the way up to chapter 23, I think it's verse 7, the Edomites are called our brothers. You understand what I'm saying? Meaning the Most High gave them a chance to be brothers with us, right? And when we pass from from our brethren, the children of Esau, which dwelt in Seir through the way of the plain from Elath and from Ezion Gabar, we turned and passed by the way of the wilderness of Moab. Verse 9, and the Lord said unto me, distress not the Moabites, neither contend with them in battle. For I will not give you of their land for possession, because I have given Ar unto the children of Lot for possession. Okay, the children of Lot, of course, is Moab and Ammon, the Chinese and the Japanese. So he said, don't try to take none of their land, pass through. You understand? Verse 10, the Emims dwelt therein in times past, a people great and many and tall as the Anakims, right? So this was another tall people that used to live there, but I think the Moabites destroyed them and took, because the Most High wanted them out of the land. Remember, he gave the land to the Moabites, right? Verse 11, which were accounted giants as the Anakims, but the Moabites called them Emims. So these was a tall people, like Christians and other people that don't know the Bible. They think that these are giants, 20 feet tall and all that. No, they just tall people. They like 7 feet 1, 6'9". You know what I'm saying? Where the average Israelite is like 5'10", 5'11". That's the average height for us. Okay. So that's the end of today's reading, right? So now, imagine, which means to stand. Turn and face the east, Salakia. So we're going to read the prayers again. We're going to begin with the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kwadash, Haya, Shimka, Yahweh, Malakwaka, Taba'a, Ratazayaka, Haya, Aisha, Ba'arataza, Kawa, Haya, Bashemayim, Nathan Lenawa, Lakum, Kal, Yawum, Wasalak Nawa, Kabawath Nawa, Kasalak Nawa, Kabawath Yanawa, Wala'a, Tabiaya Nawa, Banasaya 1, Abol, Hawashaya Nawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwith, Waha'ala, Wahathraparith, La Iwalumium, Aman. In the English. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, Yahweh. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory forever, so be it. The prayer for the power, the hakak in the Hebrew. Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Baba Kushah, Nathan Lanawa, hakak, la para'a, kau makala, wa kau marawa, hakak, la tahar, ha matazarayam, hakak, la hakwiyam, hamathiam, hakak, al rarakah waf, hatama'ala, la garashan, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, the water aman. In English, Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the leper the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits to cast them out in the name of Yahawashi. Thank you, so be it. The prayer for the blessing in the Hebrew. Barakatah Yahweh, wa Yahawashi, wa Mayaka Allah, wa Allahayim, Matazabayah, I.S.U.P.K YAHANNA, I.S.U.P.K Hasaranyam, Hakwatazayanyam, Hakoyoyoyam, Wahakwatian, Yahweh, Bahashem Yahawashi, the water Aman. In English, bless you, Yahweh, and Yahawashi, and Michael, and the angels, Commanding General YAHANNA, the generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, and the sisters. Yahweh, in the name of Yahawashi, thank you, so be it. Psalm 121 in Hebrew. Aisha, Ayanya, Al-Hahariam, Ma'ayan, Yaba'ah, Isaiah, Ma'aim, Yahweh, Aisha, Shemayim, Wa'arataza, Al-Yatan, Lamawat, Regalka, Al-Yanawan, Shamarka, Hana, La'ah, Yanawam, Wala'ah, Yayashun, Shawamar, Yasha'ala, Yahweh, Shamarka, Yahweh, Tazalka, Al-Yad, Yamyaka, Yawamam, Hashamash, La'ah, Yakaka, Wayarak, Balayallah, Yahweh, Yashamarka, Makal Rai, Yashamar, Athnapashka, Yahweh, Yashamar, Tazaatka, Waba Wa'atka, Mayata, Wa'aid, Iwalam. In the English, I will lift up mine eyes unto the hills, from which cometh my help. My help cometh from the Lord, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Israel shall neither slumber nor sleep. The Lord is thy keeper. The Lord is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth and even forevermore. Psalm 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim, Al-Dami Alaka, Al-Thakarash, wa Al-Thashakwat, Al-Kayahana, Awayabiyaka, Yahaman, Yawan, Ra'ash, Al-Imaka, Ya'irayamwa, Sawada, Wayata, Ya'itazawa, Al-Tazapawanyaka, Amarwa, Lakawa, Wanakakidum, Magoya, Wala'a, Yazakar, Sham Yasha'ala, Iwada, Kaya, Nawa'itazawa, Laba, Yakadwa, Al Yaka, Barayath, Yakarathwa, Aholia, Adawam, Wayashamai, Alayam, Mawa'aba, Wahagarium, Gabol, Wa'aimawan, Wa'aimalak, Palashat, I'm Yeshabia, Tazawar, Gam Ashawar, Nalawa, Imam, Hayawa, Zerawai, Labanya Lawat, Salah, Aishalaham, Kamadyan, Kasaya, Sara'ah, Kayabian, Banakal, Kwayash 1, Nashamadwa, Ba'ayan Da'ara, Hayawa, Daman, Ya'arama, Shayatamwa, Nada, Yabmawa, Ka'arab, Wakazaba, Wakazabak, Wakatazal, Mana'ai, Kaunasaya Ashar, Amarwa, Nayarisha, Lanawa, Ath, Na'awath, Alahayam, Alahaya, Shayatamwa, Kagogela, Kakwash, Lapanyaraka, Kaash, Tabia Ira, Yaira, Wakalahaba, Talahat, Harayam, Khan, Daradapma, Basa Iraka, Wabasa, Wapafka, Tabahalam, Mala'a, Panyaham, Kualawan, Wayabakwashwa, Shemka, Yahwa, Yabashwa, Wayabaholwa, Ijaid, Wayakaparawa, Wayabadwa, Wayadayawa, Kaya Ata, Shemka, Yahwa, Labadka, Aliawun, Al-Kal, Ha-Arataza. In English, keep not thou silence, O God. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O God. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee, the tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites of Moab, and the Hagarenes, Gabal and Ammon and Amalek, the Philistines with the inhabitants of Tyre. Assur also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. Salah, do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin, at the brook of Kison, which perished at Endor, and they became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Oreb and like Zeeb, yea, all their princes as Zabah and as Zalmunna, who said, let us take to ourselves the houses of Yahweh in possession. O my power, make them like a wheel, as the stubble before the wind, as the fire burneth a wood, and as the flame setteth the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fear their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name. O Yahweh, let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high over all the earth. Okay, so I'm here. Let me see if there's any questions. I hope I didn't miss any. I'll try to answer any questions that you might have. Okay, so, all right. All right. Oh, the brother from Cape Town, South Africa, right? You understand? I think it's 2 officers we have there. I know I saw the interview that Kazak Ahmad did with the brother in South Africa, Shalom brother, Yahweh. Oh, it's a sister. Salakia sis, welcome. Yahweh Shema Alathan Bahashim Yahweh Shai, check it in from Cape Town, South Africa. That's fantastic. Okay. Yahweh Shema, Yahweh Shema. Okay, Salaki. Okay, we got this. I'm just checking to make sure I didn't miss any questions. Okay. All right, Thwada says it wasn't my fault that the sound went out. Okay, I'll take that. Okay. All right. All right. So that's it. Okay. So once again, I thank everybody for showing up, and for, like, the Sabbath service is very important. It's very important because, you know, this is a class where we learn who we are, and you can feel it. Like when we do certain things, you know that it's us. You understand? I learned more about our culture and who we are from the Sabbath service than any other class. That's been my experience. You understand? And I think it's designed that way so that, you know, we can learn who we are, and we can learn the law, statutes, and commandments, and the right kind of behavior, and how to stand strong, you understand, with Commanding General YAHANNA under Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah. You understand? And that's our job now. Our job now is to obey God, love God with all thy might, just like in the beginning, it didn't change. With all thy might and with all thy soul, and all thy strength, and love your neighbor as you love yourself. And that's hard. It's hard loving, some of our people. It's hard. So I learned how to do it. I love everybody. I love everybody. I just don't like everybody. That's how I do it. I love you. But some people it's hard to like them. But you can still love a person. I have family members that I don't like. I mean, blood family members that I really don't like. But I love the hell out of them, and I'll fight and die for them. You understand? That's the difference. So even if there's a brother or a sister that you don't get along with, that you love that brother or that sister, and when it's time for you to be a brother or a sister, be that. That's your job. That's our job, is to be brothers and sisters to one another, particularly in time of need. And this great culture that we have, you understand what I'm saying? It's prosperous for us to be brotherly. You're never going to see, when we go in the kingdom, nobody's going to be hungry. Nobody. Everybody's going to have food. You're still going to glean the corners of your vineyards and your fruit. You're still going to leave it for the poor. It might not be no poor, but you're still going to obey that law. All right, y'all. I appreciate everybody for tuning in. You understand what I'm saying? And with that, I'm going to say we are the I.S.U.P.K, the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commanding General YAHANNA. Since 1969, the I.S.U.P.K been teaching the truth of the Bible, and that truth includes the fact that so-called blacks, so-called Hispanics, so-called Native Indians, or First Nation people are the true Israelites, the lost sheep of the house of Israel, the true Jews, God's chosen people, the future rulers of the planet Earth. Ooh-wee. It's going to be glorious, y'all. It's going to be glorious. We're going to, the Edomites are going to be gone at a certain point. But they got to serve that slavery first. You understand what I'm saying? And old Amalek over there, he ain't got a chance. In Deuteronomy, the Most High said he wanted to wipe the remembrance of Amalek off the face of the earth. And he's going to do it. People are going to say, Amalek, who the hell is that? Well, it used to be this people. Yeah, we looking forward to that day. All right, y'all. The water once again. And with that, I say shalom. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shah Barakatah. Yahweh Shema Al-Tan Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shah.